Hey, YouTube, David, or Jesus, either way you all want to look at it. I am David of Psalm 89, which will soon be David of Psalm 89.net. I believe that's Psalm 89, verse 20 through 26. I believe that's where it talks about me, where he's going to make me into the firstborn. Um, I am the firstborn. We're not going to talk about that tonight. And I want to talk about this stuff going on with Iran, and the other nations are involved in all this and so forth. And I know there's a lot of people in the United States that think this is just going to be a picnic. It's going to be something easily done, something easily taken care of by the United States. No, it's not. This war is the beginning of sorrows, talked about in Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 17, and 21. Okay, this is the beginning of sorrows. This is the time of vengeance, that all things written may be fulfilled. Is what I talked about in the video last night a little bit. Okay, talked about in Luke 21, verses 20 through 26. Hope I ain't get my verses mixed up anyway. But anyway, many think this is man doing this. It's not. This is the Father doing this. And I just wanted to sit here and show some of the headlines here that I'm seeing I haven't listened to yet, but I know things are getting ready. I listened to one video earlier about sounds like the United States is going to have the aircraft carrier Ford there. I thought it was going to be the first week of March, but now it sounds like it might be sooner than that. Is the war going to break out sooner? Iran's already talking, is the slightest thing that comes their way, they're going to retaliate. They're not going to wait until everybody does all their stuff. Yeah, they might a little bit, but Iran's been preparing for this for decades. And you know, whether you buy the lies and the hype from the government saying Iran is a terrorist, major terrorist, uh, I could take the time and look up the reports, but no, Iran hasn't even. Uh, uh, I don't remember how many years, but Iran hasn't ever attacked the United States because they know they can't beat the United States militarily. Okay? Yeah, they are a small country. They're not near as big as the United States. Their artillery is not nearly as sufficient as the United States is. They couldn't win a war, but they can do a lot of damage, and they will do a lot of damage. This is not going to be some clean sweep like they did in Venezuela, where they went in there and took the president illegally. And the United States, and I had that thought earlier, of all the terrorist states or countries of the world, I think the United States leads them all. You know, just because we say we got that we're not terrorists, when we invade other countries because we don't like the way they're running their countries, that's terror act. So that would make the United States being the most terrorist country on the planet. We don't have rights to do that. We don't have rights to tell other countries you got to run things a certain way or we're going to bomb you like they're doing. Just like this stuff with Trump saying, "Oh, they obliterated all the nuclear capabilities last June of last year." Then what are we doing there now? We're attacking Iran. We're getting ready to attack Iran for what? Because they did an attack on us? No. They didn't even attack Israel. They retaliated against Israel, attacking them every time. And okay, maybe Iran does support Hamas. Maybe Iran does support Hezbollah or those other groups. But Iran's not telling them, you go attack these people. By Iran supporting them, that doesn't make them a criminal. We support other countries. Does that make us criminals? Just because, anyway, I'm not here to change your opinion. You're all going to learn this anyway, either way about it. You're all going to learn that this is not going to be some walk in the park. It's not going to be no picnic, and it's not going to be some fast get in and get out ordeal. This is the beginning of sorrows talked about in Matthew 24. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say this now. Give this video a thumbs up. Helps the algorithm. Share the video. Like it. Comment. I should have said that right in the beginning of it. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Back when, last September, okay, George, when I was revealed on Coast to Coast AM, I was revealed on that radio program, and lo and behold, that's how the Father called me to the Bible, too, was that radio program. But I also revealed the son of perdition, and it talks about in, I think it's First Thessalonians, the great day of the Lord can't happen until the son of perdition be revealed. Well, he's been revealed. Just because you don't understand it, you don't believe it, then you didn't hear how I explain who the son of perdition is, doesn't mean that he hasn't been revealed. The son of perdition has been revealed. Okay, this is all getting ready to start now. We've seen Jerusalem compassed by armies for quite some time. Okay. When they attack Iran's already vowed to go after all the U.S. bases over there. They're saying they want to kill 500 men, 500 U.S. citizens. That's the price the United States is going to have to pay for attacking Iran. I got to make sure that's not my truck. I don't think it is. Sorry about that. I had to shut down a little bit early. Well, for a couple hours here doing the split shift to drive a truck, and because of the weather, snowing over here in Montana and everything, and there's a driver over here taking his air hose and blowing out his truck, and I heard the air leak, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't my truck. Anyway, that's another thing. It's all good. The life of a truck driver. But anyway, Iran said that they're wanting to kill at least 500 American soldiers. Okay, they've got several ballistic missiles. They've got an arsenal over there. And, they know they can't win a battle against the United States, but with them having a goal of killing 500 American citizens, or not citizens, but military personnel, they're going to take out 500. And I don't know if that includes what they're going to do to Israel too, because they've already said, if the United States or Israel comes after them in any way, shape, or form, they're done playing games. And they're right. I mean, every few months, someone attack Israel or someone in the United States is always going to attack them. You know, where's it stop? You know, it's kind of like walking into a cage with a few grizzly bears. You got one little bitty stake with you. You walk inside this gate and you shut the gate behind you and you can't get back out. You've only got this one little bitty stake and you got 5 or 6 grizzly bears sitting there. What do you think's going to happen? They're going to eat. They're going to attack. Or, like I told my sister one time, okay, my mom, when she's my granddaughter now, but when my mom was alive with my mom, she was extremely claustrophobic. And I explained it to my sister this way. What would happen if you pinned my mom in a corner? My mom's coming out swinging. Okay? Relevance of the strength or anything of that. Someone's going to get hurt. Okay? She was a dear old lady, but you trap her in a corner, she's going to panic and she's going to come out swinging. because she couldn't stand being cornered. She's very claustrophobic. Well, that's what Iran's doing. I mean, they're every few months, let's make a deal, blah, blah, blah. Like last year, the United States was supposedly making a deal with them, and they attacked them while they were making the negotiations. They had no intentions of negotiating it with them. Iran knows that's what they're probably doing this time. Iran knows they're getting ready to attack them again. Oh, well, if you're going to attack them every few months, when does Iran say, you know what, enough's enough? I mean, the United States is throwing at Iran now. They got to get rid of all nuclear power. They can't even run nuclear plants to help their people survive, like we do here in the United States. They got to get rid of all their ballistic missiles that can reach, can't go over 300 kilometers. What's the sense of having missiles? If you can't retaliate, if you can't protect yourself? And now they're saying they can't support other countries. They can't have any allies. I mean, it's literally suicide for Iran. I mean, they might as well just go give them the guns and just shoot us in the head. It's so ridiculous. But if they don't do all this, we're going to attack them. I mean, it's just. But either way about it, Iran's got every right to attack, to retaliate. Now, when they retaliate and they go after all the U.S. bases within their range, which that's what they say they're going to do, they're threatening to close the port of Hormuz. China and Russia right now are going in there for war games. It's all supposed to be I think it's supposed to be starting tomorrow. They're supposed to have their war games going on, or whatever they call that. It's peaceful, but where they're in joint working together. And this is supposed to be going on for like 2 weeks while the United States looks like it's getting ready to attack. Okay. This is what I want to explain. Okay. I mean, these headlines are everywhere, all over this, Anyway, uh, it's going to happen, but it's not going to be a walk in the park. If they close the Strait of Hormuz, I don't know how high oil is going to go, but 1/5 of the world's oil travels through there every day. No, that oil doesn't come. I don't think that oil comes to the United States, but it goes to all the other countries. It's kind of like the United States is going to go ahead and say, we're going to cut off the entire world because Iran's not saying doing what we want them to do. It's going to get nasty. It's not going to be fun. And a lot of people are going to actually start feeling the wrath of God. This is what these books that the Father and I have written, starting with the very first book, Precept 1, Father, forgive us, we haven't been listening. It's what all these books are about. So that you all can get an understanding and you can realize that it's the Father doing this. It's not man himself. The Father has ultimate dominion over all of us. Okay? The king's in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is above. Okay? Galatians 4, I believe it is, where it says that. Okay? Jerusalem is above and free. Jerusalem is free and above. I don't remember. It's in the book of Galatians. I know that. That's where the kings that have dominion over our bodies, whether you want to believe in this dominion or not, they do. That dominion is what gets you to get up and go to work every day. That dominion is what gets you to come home after you get away from work. That dominion, but here, now this is where it gets tricky, because that dominion also can cause you to do things wrong. Because that's what the Father's telling them to do. See, now, when I tell you all this, the Father doing this, I want to show you this in Romans 9. Today's verse of the day wrap was Romans 8, 9, and 10 again. Okay? And yesterday I pointed out how, I'm the stumbling stone, talked about here at the end of Romans 9, but we're back in Romans 9, verses 21 and 22. What have not the potter power over the day of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and unto another and another unto dishonor? What if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Everybody is part of the one Son of God. Everybody is a servant. That's Psalm 119, verse 1, I believe. Okay, all are servants. And then everybody is a vessel of God. Everybody. I don't care what color, race, nationalism, size, or shape. I don't care what you've done, doing, or will do. What you. Yeah, there. All right, now, to further illustrate this, we're going to go to Jeremiah 42, verse 6. Okay? I'm just going to read the first 6 verses of 42. Then all the captains of the force, Jonahan, the son of Kareah, huh? I shouldn't have done this because I can't pronounce it right. And Jezaniah, the son of Hashiah, and all the people from the east who went unto the greatest came near, and said unto Jeremiah the prophet, Let we beseech thee, our supplication be accepted before thee, and pray for us unto the Lord thy God, even for all this remnant. For we are all left but a few of many, as thine eyes do behold us, that the Lord thy God may show us the way wherein we may walk, and the thing that we may do. Then Jeremiah the prophet said unto them, I have heard you. Behold, I will pray unto the Lord your God according to your words. And it shall come to pass that whatsoever thing the Lord shall answer you, I will declare it unto you, and I will keep nothing back from you. Then they said unto Jeremiah, The Lord be a true and faithful witness between us, if we do not even according to all things for the which the Lord the God shall send thee to us, whether it be good or whether it be evil, we will obey the voice of the Lord our God, to whom we send thee, that it may be well with us when we obey the voice of the Lord our God. Now, I go into that further, show you how God is the creator of evil. Everybody's a servant, everybody's a vessel of God. I show you all in the 8th book and in the 9th book, it's the Father that wrote the King James Version of the Bible. He was telling us what was getting ready to happen. Now, he has the ultimate dominion over all of us. That means it's him that's actually causing all this rhetoric to go on with the war over with Iran and so forth. Yes, it's going to get real nasty, but this is just the beginning of sorrows. The wars and rumors of wars talked about Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 17 and 21. Okay. Yeah, and I don't think it talks about rumors and wars in Luke 21, but it does in Luke 17 or whatever. I don't know. Okay. What I'm trying to illustrate to y'all tonight, it's the Father that's getting ready to do this. This is the whole reason why he's been hounding on me, telling me I'm moving over to the Philippines this April. Okay? I'm about done here in the United States. Yeah, I'm entering into his rest. I'm hoping we got a few years before the end now, because I'm going to be with this magnificent woman over there. Okay? But this is all getting ready to go down. And I'm starting to wonder if it's going to start to go down before I go. Yes, the website's coming up. It's an e-commerce website. Yes, maybe people will start buying the books once all this starts happening, because as I start talking about in the 7th book and beyond, you're all not going to believe I'm actually who I say I am until you start seeing people die by the thousands. Death and destruction. That's what's going to bring in the fear of God to you, which also brings up another note. Google don't know jack shit. Yeah, that's right. I cuss. All right. I talk about this in the books. I don't cuss in the books, okay? But uh, I know firsthand the Bible actually talks about when people see people dying in the Bible, it puts a fear of God in. And that's what I was talking about. Like, I started showing that in the 7th book, that people aren't really going to start fearing God until they start seeing his wrath being poured out. And that's what was getting ready to start happening. And yes, the Bible actually does that. But if you ask Google, Google will say, no, the Bible doesn't say that. Yes, it does. It just doesn't know how to listen. Google don't know how to listen, just like man don't know how to listen to the Father. They don't know how to listen. Google doesn't know how to listen to the Bible. But when God parted the Red Sea, remember the Bible is a book of lessons for us. It's not a history book. All right. But when God parted the Red Sea and then the Israelites crossed, then the Pharaoh and his guys come across and the waters came in and they closed. When the people saw that, they feared God. That's what the Bible says. When the people actually saw the people die. And it talks about that in another spot in the New Testament. But Google don't know nothing when it comes to the Bible. Google only knows what man puts into it. Man doesn't know how to listen to the Father. They'd rather listen to their imagination or the serpent instead of listening to the Father. All right. Hey, it finally stopped snowing, so good. Maybe I'll have a good night driving after I. Anyway, that's another story. But either way about it, guys, I wanted to let you all know this war will happen. This will not be some quick in and out thing like the United States illegally did with Venezuela. Okay? Trump is the last Trump. I've made videos on this. Can you all hear the trumpet sounding? It's and when I don't know, maybe a lot of you all think that you're actually going to hear a physical trumpet sounding. No. Everything about the Bible is spiritual. It's spiritual. Okay? Listen to the trumpet sound about the wars. Listen to the rumors of wars. Wars and rumors of wars. Listen to how loud that's ringing. I mean, unless you never turn on any kind of social media, if you never turn on your television, you never turn on your radio, that's the only way you're never going to know about any of this. It's everywhere. It's up for us to discern whether what we're hearing lines up with the scriptures. And what I'm showing you all tonight lines up with the scriptures verbatim. This is going to happen. This is just the beginning of sorrows, and I'm sorry to say it, but there's many of us that are getting ready to start seeing people die. Not one or two, not a few, 10 or 20, not 100 or 200, but we're going to start seeing people die by the thousands. And yes, there's going to be loved ones that are going to die. Everybody's going to be feeling the pain of this. They're going to be hurting. That's the flames. That's the flames. And that's what's going to get people to start reading the books. Actually, to try to get an understanding of a Father. And yes, that's only going to be about a third of the population. It's only going to be about a third of the population. Even though the Israel be as the sand in the sea, only a remnant will be saved. Only about a third of us are going to be saved. Two-thirds of us will not. And they'll go through the next cycle because it never stops. This is hell. Hell never ends. Even though it's 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground out there, yes, I can say with all certainty this is hell. Matthew 10:28. Fear not what man can do to you, but fear what the Father. Fear the one that can destroy both of your body and soul in hell. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video. I told the Father I was going to do it tonight, so I'm doing it. I'm going to kick back, watch a little more TV, wait for Rose to call me. Oh, by the way, this is the woman that I'll go back over to the Philippines for. I will show you all a picture of her here in the next video or two. There is going to be a picture of her in the 8th book, because this is the woman I'm going to go spend the rest of my days with over in the Philippines. But anyway, made this long enough because I don't think anybody's going to watch it anyway. So what the heck? If you are by chance watching, hit the thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you want to learn the truth. This is the only channel you're going to hear the truth from when it comes to a biblical standpoint. You want to learn of our Father? You want to understand what He's doing, who He is, why He's doing what He's doing? Read these books, tune into this channel, because I'm thinking maybe I'm getting ready to start making a few more videos. Just for the heck of it, even though you're all not watching them. At least I feel like I'm doing something that time. when I'm making the videos. All right, I'm out.